Bugatti didn't think that we were going to be able to separate this car in half.
Back at the Bugatti.
We come so close. And whether these airbags are actually from an Audi A3.
Matt Armstrong's Bugatti Chiron is one video away from driving. One video, 14 months, 2 countries, a bracket that Bob improved beyond factory specification, a W16 started on the first crank, an interior that exists nowhere else on any Bugatti ever made, Bob's radiators from Honda Civic cores, a chassis leg that looks factory, one video away. Bob welds the radiator, pressure test passes, 40 liters of coolant goes in, temperature gauge tells its story, and if that story reads the right number, this car drives. But here is the thing nobody is saying clearly. There are 3 specific obstacles between where this rebuild stands right now and a Bugatti Chiron with a number plate driving on a public road. Not vague risks, not general concerns. 3 specific, identifiable situations, each one with its own mechanics, its own timeline, its own level of uncertainty. Any one of them going wrong does not end this rebuild. But any one of them going wrong changes the next chapter completely. Today I am going to go through all 3. What each one is, why it matters, how likely it is, and what happens to this rebuild if it does. Because if you are watching Matt's videos and wondering what could still go wrong, this is the honest answer. Obstacle 1. The water pump seals. Alex drove this Bugatti without coolant. Matt mentioned it on the second channel in a way that revealed how much it has been on his mind. He said, "We have seen what happened to my Huracan when it ran without coolant. Burnt out the water pump seals." And there are a lot of water pumps on this Bugatti. A standard car has one water pump, one shaft seal separating coolant from oil, one failure point if the engine runs dry. The Bugatti Chiron has multiple. The W16 main cooling circuit, the charge air cooling circuit for the turbochargers, the gearbox oil cooling circuit, each one with its own pump, each pump with its own shaft seal. A shaft seal is designed to run wet, coolant on one side permanently lubricating the seal material and keeping it within its operating temperature range. Running dry even briefly degrades that seal material. The heat builds, the geometry changes. The seal that was keeping coolant in and oil separate begins to lose integrity. Here is the critical detail. A compromised water pump seal does not always fail immediately. It can hold under static conditions, it can hold during a cold start, it can even hold during the first few minutes of a warm-up cycle. What it cannot always hold is sustained running at full operating temperature, which is exactly what the temperature test requires. The engine will be run to full operating temperature and held there while Matt and Bob watch every instrument. If a seal has been compromised, the dipstick will change color, milky, creamy, coolant crossing into oil. That reading, if it appears, means the engine comes back out. Seals replaced. Engine goes back in. Weeks of additional work. Tell me in the comments, do you think Alex's no coolant drive damaged the seals? Here is why I think Obstacle 1 is the most likely to produce a problem and also the most likely to be fine. The most likely to produce a problem because the Chiron has more water pumps than any car Matt has previously worked on. More failure points. More seals at risk. And Alex's no coolant drive happened early in the rebuild when the engine was being tested before full assembly. The duration and load are unknown.